Hello, if you are watching this right now, it means that you might have some concerns with your child's reading. Maybe you're like, yes, I'm concerned. I know they're struggling. I want to help them. Or maybe you saw something that was like, ugh, I'm seeing a few signs that maybe my child does need support with reading. And I want you to watch this video and get 3 things you can walk away with to help your child grow their reading skills today. All right. I am all about action. I want to give you something you can do and implement and see results as soon as possible because reading is so vital. Literacy and communication is so vital to your child's success, not only in school, but for the rest of their life, that it's not something we can sit on. It's not something we can wait for it to click. It's not something we can just hope resolves itself. Okay. This is something that if you have concerns, it's always better to act on it, to find support, to try things out to see what's going to work for your child, than to wait to see if things click. That's a dangerous game to play, right? That's a dangerous game to play, to wait and see if things just work itself out. But if you're watching this video, I know you're not that kind of parent. You wouldn't be taking your time to learn about what you can do to help your child. So I'm going to jump into it. There are 3 things, and we cover all of these inside of our Miss Buddy Reads program. I'm going to put that out there. We cover all of these for you. But if you're ready to take the reins and want to do it on your own, you can absolutely 100% do that. And here are 3 things that are going to make it so much easier to get your child on track. The first one, I call it micro learning. That's what I've kind of coined it, because micro learning is going to be short, consistent, convenient learning times. Short, consistent, and convenient. Your child does not need to do an hour straight of tutoring to catch up with reading. In fact, that's going to burn out their brains. They're not going to remember what they learn. It's not going to be consistent enough. It is better to do 5 to 10 minute sessions consistently throughout the week. That's allowing your child's brain to think about what they're learning several times, pull it up in their minds, and create really strong pathways. Convenience important. Because if things are convenient, I don't know about you as a mom, but me as a mom, if it's not convenient, it's much less likely to happen. So having something that's easy to do, easy for your child, easy for you, it's much more likely to actually be done. Because just like if you want a 6-pack, you have to do the workouts, you have to do the sit-ups, you have to put in the reps consistently to see results. It's the exact same thing with reading. You have to put in the work consistently to get the results. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to throw away anything that takes more than 10, maybe 15 minutes. Let's stick with things that are short but consistent, okay? When I say consistent, we're thinking 3 to 5 times a week. That is what research shows is best for brains to learn something. You need 3 to 5 exposures throughout the week to really get those pathways created that we need for reading. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to think about, I call it the Goldilocks effect. If I spell that one right. For some reason, Goldilocks is a hard word for me. I don't know why, but it is. Goldilocks effects simply means that you are working on skills that are not too hard, not too easy, but just right. Just like Goldilocks, she needs to find the thing that is just right. We need to be working on things that challenges your kids a little bit, but not enough where they're going to shut down. Because if you're working on things that are way advanced for them, I mean, think about if you want to learn how to play the accordion. I don't know why you'd want to learn the accordion. It's a beautiful instrument. But that you get handed like a symphony and it's like, okay, here you go. You're going to learn the symphony, but you've never played the accordion before. You're going to be like, no, you're just going to shut down and put the accordion back in the box and be done with it. Does it go in a box? I don't know. Anyways, if we hand our kids something that's way above where they are right now, they're going to feel defeated. They're going to shut down. Not good. Easy. Sometimes it's nice to have our kids swim in the shallow end, right? Sometimes it's nice and it's okay. But when we really want to move our kids forward, it can't always be things that they already know or they're not going to learn new things, right? So we have to find that sweet spot of things that are not too hard, but going to challenge them a little bit. So you need to find that Goldilocks effect. So finding assessments, finding check-ins that can really help you target the right skills is going to be very, very important. We use something called the Glow and Grow assessment inside of our Miss Buddy Reads program, and that's how we target phonemic awareness, letters, and phonics and know it precisely what to work on with your kids. So finding an assessment, finding a check-in is going to be really, really important in making sure that you're moving your kids forward. And the final one is you want to sprinkle in some fun. Learning to read can be your family's favorite time of day. I'm going to say it again. Learning to read can be your family's favorite time of day when you do it right. You don't need to dread it. You don't need to battle. It doesn't need to be eye rolling and groaning from your kids. It can be something that you look forward to. You can bond over. So think about things your kids already love. What is something your child already enjoys? And think of 3 ways you can sprinkle in some reading time. If you've done the Goldilocks effect, if you know what skills your child needs, now you can go in and go, okay, my child needs to work on the letters Q, U, and X. I don't know, I'm making it up. And you know what? They love Barbies. So I'm going to put Q, U, and X, and I'm going to hide them in their Barbie house, and their Barbie has to go find the Post-it notes and say the sound. I mean, it can be just so simple. Post-it notes, best friend. But bringing in things that your kids already love. If you have an active kid, make an obstacle course. And like I said, Post-it notes, hide what they need, the skills they need, and they have to go through this obstacle course and find them. And then at the end, they read the Post-it notes. It can be anything that gets your child engaged, excited, moving, grooving, playing. It can be your family's favorite time of day. It doesn't need to be fancy or expensive or time consuming. These are things. If you do one obstacle course, guess what? That's a micro learning. You can work on the exact skills and your kids can have a lot of fun. And it's actually going to keep you consistent and growing. So those are my 3 tips. If you can do short learning times, work on what is just right for your kids and make it engaging and fun for them, you are going to see massive results. And if you want us to do this for you, if you want us to figure out your micro learning and help you schedule it, figure out exactly the skills your kids want. If you're like, I don't know how to do that, we can do that for you. If we can make it fun for you and help you stay consistent, would that be helpful for you? Would that be a game changer for your child? If you're at all thinking, yes, that sounds pretty nice, I want you to jump into a trial of our Miss Buddy Reads program for $7. You can try out for 2 weeks. You get 14 days access, unlimited access for 2 weeks for $7 to see if it's a right fit. We want to make sure that this is the best fit for your family. I know it will be. I really am confident. We've had so much success with kids, 2,100 families across the world, kids with dyslexia, ADHD, Down syndrome, neurotypical kids that just need to learn how to read, homeschooling families, families that are vacationing a lot so they don't know what to do. This is such a great option for so many different types of families. And you can try it for $7. This offer is not going to be around forever. So if you're like, hey, you know what, $7, let's give it a try. Why not? Do it today before the offer expires, and let's get your kids reading. But if not, if that's not the right fit, if you're like, I'm ready to do this on my own, take these 3 things. Make it short, consistent, work on what's just right, and make it fun for your kids. You will not regret it. Thanks for watching.